Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for FET price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, starting with the daily chart, a quick overview for the bullish and bearish highest possibilities, and starting here where the market has found a psychology toward the upside. We have a leading diagonal as a wave 1 probably, or of course as A, B, C in a W. After this, we are looking at three corrective waves, A, B, and a C, finishing wave 2 or a wave X. And of course, after both case scenario here, you would like to see, of course, higher prices. However, we saw, of course, an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably finishing a wave 1, and then wave 2 probably, and then another impulse, which it can be as well another wave 1. Meaning you can be in double 1, 2 as well, looking for higher prices. This continues, of course, at the 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and a bigger 4, 5 for this 1, 2. Now, in case we are in W, X, and Y, you have finished here probably as three corrective waves, and you are looking, of course, as a W, X, and a Y. Your wave Y is a zigzag here where we saw impulse, correction, impulse, and you're looking, of course, for lower prices after three waves up, three waves down, probably, and then continuation toward the upside. Another bullish scenario is a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, and you are counting this also as a zigzag in this case, where you have a zigzag for your wave 2, zigzag for your wave 3, and zigzag for your wave 4, continuation for a wave 5, finishing a wave 1 and then 2, and then impulsive and explosive toward the upside. Your only bearish scenario that exists on this chart is after finishing three waves up, three waves down, probably of course one more leg and continuation toward the downside, which is very, very close to finish this bearish scenario in case we are in a short-term bearish scenario. A bigger short-term bearish scenario, it can be of course a wave A, or it can be a bigger wave B here for an A B, and a C. Your wave A, of course, it can be in the bottom here in three corrective waves, finishing a wave 2 and continuation toward the upside. Another bigger scenario can be with this leg, which we didn't count it with any of these bullish scenario. However, to not keep it just aside, just to give it a scenario, it can be of course an A, and your wave B is three waves toward the upside, and then you're looking toward the downside. Very, very low possibility. However, just in case, of course, to count a bearish scenario. So in this case, we are looking for higher in most possibilities, of course, for the daily. A very, very critical point here where we would like to move for higher because it's a crossroad between all these bullish scenarios. If you are in 1, 2, 1, 2, you would like to move from here toward the upside. If you are in a leading diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, it's a perfect target for a wave 4. If you are in a big 1, 2, and then you're looking for higher anyway, it is time to move for higher. Now let's take a look, of course, for a wave 4 here inside on the time frame on the 4-hour chart. For this wave 4, we can see, of course, a perfect target inside this blue zone, which it can be hit, of course, in a zigzag A, B, and a C toward the downside. Your wave C is clearly 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Your wave time here for the wave 2 can request a longer time for wave 4, which we are looking at right now, and probably hitting the 0.38 fib level for wave 4 in the blue box as expected for the time, which is the minimum time now. We enter the minimum time requirement, and then of course it can take to the perfection here as well, and then moving toward the downside for, of course, a wave 5 finishing a big wave C, and meaning, of course, we finished a correction, a short term, and ready to explode toward the upside. 1-to-1 fib level is, of course, your target from A, B, and a C at 0.43 cents. So if we take also a closer look for the double 1-2, we need to go a little bit here. What I mean with the double 1-2s here, I mean, of course, 1-2 and 1-2. You are here also the minimum requirement in the 0.38, which it has been already hit. In case we move for higher and we invalidate this impulse toward the downside, therefore you are looking for a double 1-2s, because of course this is a perfect target for, not a perfect, but the minimum requirement for a target in a wave 2. But as you can see, the most common target is exactly in this area for most bullish scenarios. And you would like, of course, to look for higher prices. Now, what if we move for higher prices from now and we don't get this one more leg? How do we know that we are clear for a bullish and higher prices? This is your invalidation point exactly. Invalidation of bearish. Meaning, if you take this price action here, this price exactly, and at 1.13, you are clear up for higher prices. And that's because your wave 4 is not allowed to interfere with your zone 1 in an impulse. Of course, invalidation directly turning this in WXY as a corrective and ready to move for higher prices. Let's take a look at KGT on the 15-minute chart. What is the highest possibility here? As you can see, of course, a very, very clear, strong 500 strengths signals for the bearish. And of course, that because we are still expecting one more leg toward the downside, which is a very, very strong conversions coming from the top here, finishing this one more leg, creating one more bullish signal, divergent already with this price action, and then, of course, continuation towards the upside. That was it for FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.